All right. Hey, Mooner, how's it going? All right, there we go. Getting some people in. So, welcome everybody. I'm still setting everything up, so I'm a little scrambled. But if I can not knock that over, that'd be great. All right. Who do we got hanging out in the chat now? Been anybody that's seen lives and stuff in the past kind of changing things up a little bit, the way we got stuff set up. It was a little bit easier. There's a pretty small room I'm in, but this is actually more set up better for the room, and it's a little bit bigger area the way I have my desk set up now. So that's nice. Still got the tunnel ram in the background, but a bunch of other stuff. We got the poster from Adam, Hoosier Garage. Still got that nice and visible. I got my other little sign thing here. I got my whiteboard up there. I might have to move my whiteboard maybe. Might actually move it here. But anyways, it's kind of irrelevant. But got a couple things up on the shelf above me over there. Got some scale cars and stuff. I've got a whole collection of those I had since I was a kid. So, hey Brian. Hey Crash. Brian, are you working? Because if you're not working, you're welcome to join, of course. Come hang out and do whatever. But yeah, Crash, how's it going? How have you been? You enjoying the never-ending snow that we're dealing with? For some reason, we get a bunch and then it actually melts a little bit, and then we get a bunch more. So just when we think that things are getting better, and more comes. So I'm sick of that already. But actually set up there. Now you guys can actually kind of tell what that is. Once we get a couple more people going in here, I'll actually maybe start taking some stuff down and show you guys some stuff if people want to see things. Or I can do that now or whatever, Working on editing Hemmings Garage episode, overtime episode. Huh, interesting. That's cool. Yeah, I have not been doing very many videos, and I need to get back to actually working on videos. I've been just working on stuff around here, trying to deal with the weather, and doing a bunch of stuff with carburetors lately. I've got, I think I counted earlier, got 7 full carburetors in here, and 1 just main body. Picked this up last week. It's a, you guys can't really see that, it's too reflective. It's a Proform 750. Really nice main body. Got it pretty cheap too. These run typically 125 or so, typically when they're new, but really nice, kind of clean design. I like some of the others better, but this is definitely a good one. One thing different about this that I didn't realize when I got it, and it's not a problem, it's just different. The squirter screws are they're an Allen head, as opposed to this, which funny enough is actually also a Proform. Has the, I can get my hand in there, the typical Phillips screw. I talk about that carburetor in a minute, but I just got that Proform. That's a 950 E85 carburetor. So if anybody needs a 950 E85 carburetor, definitely let me know, because I just got it in on a trade. I don't really need it. Yeah, but you've been giving your snowblower a workout, Crash? Yeah. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, you got a lot of content with that car, Brian. You got a lot of things you can do with that car. That's all just up to you guys on whatever you want to do. Got a new director producer job for Hemmings TV. Huh. That sounds like a pretty cool opportunity. Wish I could afford to pay somebody to edit stuff for me. I can't edit worth of crap. But I also can't afford to pay somebody to edit for me. Got to split for a minute. I'll be back soon. Yeah, whatever you gotta do, Brian. I got that. I can take this down. This is naming. Really, that special is just kind of cool. Quick backstory on this: you can tell this is a Hemi piston, as you can tell just by the shape of it. But I believe this is a stock piston. It says standard on it. On the top, it's stamped standard. It's got an arrow and it's got a part number. You guys can see it's a standard with the arrow up top and then reverse upside down. It's got a part number. But I was at my buddy or friend Jeff's place, and he's who really got into the Mopar parts stuff with me and my dad. Really helped us kind of get started and get going. And he had this big kind of turntable with a bunch of drawers in it, and he had all kinds of like small little parts, all kinds of different stuff that was just really cool. And the drawers in it were probably, they're open on the top so you could see what was in it for the most part, but they're probably, I don't know, about twice the size of a sheet of paper. And there's a bunch of Hemi pistons in there. And I picked one up and I was looking at it and I told him how cool I thought it was. And And he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, those are from." I forget what he said there, what they were from, or maybe he didn't say. I don't remember. But he's like, "Yeah, I'm sure you got a couple of those, don't you?" I said, "No, I don't have any. I don't have any Hemi pistons." He said, "What do you mean you don't have a Hemi piston?" I said, "I don't have one." He said, "Every Mopar guy needs to have a Hemi piston." Picked one up, handed it to me, and gave it to me as a gift. So that's something that's really cool. I always thought that was cool. But yeah, just, I mean, nothing fancy, but just kind of a cool little memory thing. I can get it to stand up there. So thought that was pretty cool. I share that story with you guys. But anyways, shows 8 people. Who do we got in here? You guys talks amongst yourselves in the chat for a second. I gotta check something here on a different page. Video related stuff. I gotta jump over here, but I'll be right back. Let's see. Content. And there we go. All right. Sorry about that. And anybody that's got a YouTube channel wants to do lives, one thing you have to do, I don't know if there's a setting, but once you get monetized, and if you want to monetize live chats, you have to actually, while the live is going, go back to the YouTube studio, go to the video, go to the live, and actually toggle it to monetize on. Otherwise, it doesn't monetize till after it's published. You shut up. My cat is screaming at a wall. Sorry about that. Hey, battery. Let's see. Anybody actually been working on any projects or anything today? Anything cool going on? Hey, Brian. How's it going? You at work, I assume? Yep, you're at work. All right. Can't believe he killed the cat. I did not kill the cat. I just shoot her away because she's being annoying. And she probably is going to end up coming back and making noise again. So, the wonders of having animals. Mark, are you working tonight or no? Well, it's Thursday, so you probably don't work till tomorrow, do you? I don't know. I can't for the life of me keep track of anybody's work schedules. All I know is you're either here or you're not. But guess I can talk about this 950 I got yesterday. It is obviously a Holley style, but it is a Proform. As you can tell by the advertising on it. It's a 950, which is cool. I've never had a 950. You can see just by the size of the throttle bores, it's pretty big carb. It's got kind of all the good stuff on it. It's got the interchangeable air bleeds. It's got the really nice conformed main body, and it's got this style linkage, and it has somebody is probably running Ford style linkage with it, but that's all right. Purple metering blocks and base plate, dual sight plug, front and rear, and both sides. So that's nice. It's really nice carb. I would keep it and maybe use it on something, but it's a E85 carb. And I'm not running that crap in anything. So I traded a 850, an old 4781 850 for it. And I think I had 200 hours into the 850. So I'm $200 into this, and it's brand new brand new before shipping and tax. It's a $650 carb. So pretty good deal. And I'll be selling it. So we'll see what happens with it. The carb should sell. I figure somebody's gonna put a $50 $50 or so rebuild kit and an hour's worth of work to make this thing essentially as good as new again. So I figure it's kind of a bargain if somebody wants to give $400 for it. They put an hour and $50 in it, and they have a $650 carb. So heck, at that point, you could probably resell it if you wanted to. But it is what it is. Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot. A lot of people are saying E85 isn't close to them. I think that there's a decent amount of it around us, but I guess I don't really pay attention to it. I know you just have to be careful with your fuel lines and fittings and a bunch of different related things that E85 can react with. I don't really know anything about it. But anyways, yeah, we got some people around still. Let me do something quick here. Good question, Brian. Yeah, you fixed your snowboard just in time, Mark. Promise not to put out any more mean call-out videos? You did a mean call-out video? When was that? Maybe I just didn't see it. I don't know, we have a mean call-out video. Maybe that's just a joke I'm not getting. Anyways. Anybody in here have call-outs that they want to share? Not like make call-outs or anything, but races anybody wants to talk about? Depends on my filling dates as they come up. 36 episode, 12 feature length, 24 to 48 minutes. Nice.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's unusual. Oh, that's better. That's a little bit better.
That's better.
No. Yeah, okay.
Where are you?
Oh. I know, this is fucking different, man.
Yeah, that's a little, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to, nope. Okay, I guess it's just front camera. Ugh. How are you, Mr. Ryan?
I'm all right.
That's cool.
It'd be better if my cat stopped attacking the door. Quit it.
Well, and there you're farting again. Now you know why the cat's always like beating on your door? I'm trying to tell you, stop farting so much.
It's the chair.
How many people you got in here right now?
8.
I'm gonna tell you 8 people. You ain't seen Plumber's Crack until you've been around Ryan. Dang. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Jed, you need a haircut.
No, I don't.
Okay. You going all
I
the way
figured
with it?
Huh?
You going all the way with it?
Well, of course. The flowing locks of greatness.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there. Let me just hold the phone up here like a vlogger does. Except I don't have a thing.
Little handle thing.
Yeah, I don't have a handle thing. I know if I do this, that's much better.
Yeah, Brian said or heard snoring on Discord. Yeah, I fell asleep, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
I don't remember that night very much.
Yeah, Rooflin does that.
What?
You are so sweet and innocent. It's freaking hilarious.
I don't know what that means.
Just nod your head and then quietly smile.
Sure.
The only response you're going to get for that one. I figured I would just pop in and say hi.
Yeah. Before you came on, I was showing I kind of changed my setup area thing a little bit.
I see that.
And I was showing people carburetors, and I got sharing a story behind a Hemi piston. It's not anything cool.
Everything cool I have is at the other property now, except for Brian's tunnel ram.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, It doesn't look like a lot, but I think we've moved probably 25 totes worth.
I don't think I've ever seen that shelf without carburetors on it.
Yeah, it was kind of tricky finding all the places to hide those.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. I was going through and counting. I was like, I don't remember who I was on the phone with, but they're like, how many carburetors do you have? I'm like, I don't know, not probably that many. And then I counted. I'm like, there's 7.5 in this room. And yes, I said half.
That's small PP energy.
I count this as half.
Oh, well, that's still, you could do a lot better than that.
Yeah.
I actually, I met a guy who's very like-minded today. The guy I bought all those Barry Grant sleeves from. We had a problem with the package because there were supposed to be a bunch of green sleeves, and there's only one set of greens, and the rest were blues. And I don't need blues, so I messaged him. Or no, he gave me his business card, so I called the guy. Come to find out, we like all the same stuff. And we're now best friends. And he's got more Barry Grant. Well, I bought all his sleeves, but he's got a couple extra carburetors.
Yeah, now I have one Barry Grant and I want more, but I'm like, no, I'm not gonna spend money on more.
Oh, right there. The
950
infamous 3-barrel rebuild kits. They made them for a short period of time, and they don't.
Yeah.
Unless they came out with another batch of them.
Yeah. I didn't know this. I was talking to somebody about 3 barrels. I guess they made 2 different CFMs of them.
Yeah, a 1030 and a 950.
Yeah.
The 1030s don't have boosters; they just have tubes.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing pictures of this. My buddy in South Dakota has one of each.
Oh, hey, that's how people do it.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, except my back hurts and I want to go inside. And there's the mail. Whoops, I lied to Dad. Whoops. But did you see our troll is gone?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Goodbye and good riddance to that one.
He didn't believe that copyright was a thing. All YouTube content is copywritten. As long as you got your watermark in that corner, and if they try to deface it by removing your watermark, they know they're doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had used my intro off a number of videos, and that's what actually killed him. Is he just copied and pasted my intro? So I caught him for like the first 8 seconds of every video. I did one claim and just.
Yeah. Yep. Goodbye.
Now, I'm not going to wish the guy any ill will. It's just do something better with your time.
Well, and beyond that, it was pretty clear that he kind of knew what he was doing. He could have done something constructive with it.
Yeah, I think the guy could actually make some pretty funny content if he didn't just, pick on one individual guy.
Right.
I think if he just did like a compilation of like many channels, but you'd have to make sure it was okay.
Yeah. You have to get some kind of, permission, but
yeah, you can't just steal content.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it could have been funny if it wasn't me.
Yeah,
some of it was kind of funny though.
Yeah, and then there's the ones where he kept on like repeating the same clip over and over again, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Yep. If he just made his own content, I'll give the guy credit. He can edit better than I can.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I'm just noticing on the top of this shelf, there's the boot for the 4-speed over there. Damn it.
You're going to find a lot of stuff that You're gonna find a lot of stuff that you forgot you had.
No, I know just about everything I have. Just some of it got moved around too many times.
Yeah, I guess. Dang it! Now I'm on.
Always-
Now
Go
I'm
ahead.
down the Barry Grant rabbit hole, and I'm trying to figure out how to get those sleeves out and where I can get more sleeves.
You're best just to leave those alone.
Yeah, probably.
There'll be more. You'll find more. There's one on eBay for like 200. It's bidding.
Yeah.
Just make sure it's either got silver or gold metering blocks. If it's got black metering blocks, it's an alcohol carburetor. You don't want that.
Yeah. I already
Only
have one. I already have one different fuel source carburetor, and that's one too many.
Yeah.
I got to get rid of this E85 thing. I talked to Billy. He said he don't have any money.
Oh, yeah.
He said he doesn't have any money, and he said that you guys were planning on doing a Dominator or something. I don't know what he was talking about. He said he wants to run E85 through a Dominator or a King Demon.
Well, I guess I have that one alcohol King Demon, and I have several Dominators I don't need.
Yeah.
I mean, I got my Dominators priced cheap enough that it didn't make any sense to do anything else.
I'm surprised that that those Dominators didn't go at Indy.
It doesn't surprise me at all. For me, someone like me, I'd buy them at those prices, but those guys don't want that kind of stuff.
Yeah. For most people, it's kind of hard to justify a Dominator.
Yeah.
Most people just don't.
There was more racing stuff at Indy this year than I think I've ever seen, but I still don't think it's the right place to sell racing stuff.
Yeah, probably not.
But that's what I do every year is I sell racing stuff.
Yeah. And then you get guys that are going to walk up and try to give you $200 for a $400 intake.
500. That's what I had it listed for originally. I think I had it down to 450 for Mark.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You have a guy that walked up to me on my 68 rally cluster that was up for $200. What is that? Marvel Mystery O?
Old tin can. Forgot I'm out here. I got all this cool, neat shit.
Yeah.
I don't normally show.
A guy walked up. He's like, "Yeah, that rally cluster. I'll give you $100 for it." I'm like, "No, it's got $200 on it, and that's already a price discount." And he's like, "Well, it's not really a 68. It's a 70 because it doesn't have the vacuum headlight switch like a Charger would have." I'm like, "Okay, dude, listen. It's not a Charger cluster. It's a 68 Super Bee cluster. You freaking idiot."
Yeah.
And then he went on and on claiming that he's a rebuilder, and I'm like, well, not a very good rebuilder if you didn't know that one.
Oh, there we go. Can you see that now?
Yeah.
The super heavy duty brake fluid.
Oh yeah.
That was always kind of funny to me. Super heavy duty.
Yeah. I saw that transmission pan that the dirt dauber used to live on.
Well, they still live there. Dirt daubers are people too.
Yeah, but when they start inviting all their friends over.
Yeah, you just got to screen those visitors.
Yeah.
I had this stuff where I would kind of just clip on it and it won't clip. Damn it. Well, Mr. Barstis, I need to go have dinner and do other shit. I just wanted to pop in and say hi to everybody and tell everybody about your plumber's crack.
Oh boy. All right. Well, I'll just talk to you a little later, but thanks for stopping in.
All right. You all take care.
All right. Bye. All right. What did I miss in the chat? Let's see, Mark was talking about racing. You're racing Larry T. Bird with Jeff at Two Hacks, and you want a rematch with Brewers. There you go. Yeah, snoring. Yeah, I know. I don't know what game you're talking about, but have fun watching it. Have that out. Have fun, everybody. Yep. We'll see you later, winner. Who do we still have in here? Everybody, I don't know, maybe put something in the chat so I know if you're here or not. All right. How's everybody doing? Do I have that backwards? No. I thought I did. So, when Jed was on here, I was talking about Barry Grant. I'll grab that and we can talk about that a little bit. Jeez, that thing's heavy. I have no idea why it's as heavy as it is. I don't know. Maybe it's not as heavy as it seems. But this if I don't drop it and hurt myself with it, is probably the coolest carburetor I own. That definitely is. But I got this at the Indy swap meet, and the story of how I found this is I got it just as a main body. I found the main body, I saw it's got the black removable sleeves, and I was like, huh, that looks like a Barry Grant. Then I looked on the side, I don't know if you'll see, but there's a B and a G for Barry Grant. And it's got the little serial numbers and stuff on it. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. It's actually a real Barry Grant. And made in the USA. So that's always really cool. But like I said, I got it just as a main body. And at that same swap meet, I bought a single, very kind of messed up 660, a tunnel ram carburetor like those. But it had this regular 4150 double pumper linkage, and it had these metering blocks and these bowls on it. So kind of weird. Somebody was doing some things that were weird. And the other thing is it had down leg boosters like these. And if anybody knows anything about 660s, from the factory originally they all came, generally speaking, there might have been a couple, I don't know, but they all came with straight leg boosters. So I took it apart, put all the actually really good stuff onto the Barry Grant main body, and I sold the 660 main body. So I had, what was it? I bought that 660 for $125, and I sold the main body for $75. So I only have $50 into base plate, both bowls, both metering blocks. So that's a good deal. And I have $40 in the main body. So I have $90 into this carb. And these bowls alone are worth about $100 because they have the removable screws here, so you can actually change jets while the bowls are still on the carb. And you only have to take out these two plugs rather than all four screws and risk messing up your gasket. So pretty cool. And obviously this isn't really right. It's kind of a hodgepodge. And I don't know how these bowls are going to, or the bowls are fine. I don't know how the metering blocks are or are not going to work, but they're nice metering blocks. They got 4-corner idle, so pretty cool stuff. Obviously this base plate is too small because I've heard some conflicting information. I've heard that the black sleeves are 1050 CFM, and I've heard that they are 975. I don't know. I'm not going to claim that it's one or the other. I don't know, but they're pretty cool. Pretty cool carburetor. It eliminates the need for having to buy 10 different carburetors. I mean, unless you just are like me and like buying carburetors. So, anyways, that was one of my Indy swap meet buys. Also at the Indy show, I bought 2 sets of oh geez, what are the words that I'm missing? 2 sets of hood inserts for a 68 and for a 69 Roadrunner that a friend of mine needed. So picked those up for him, and picked up a YN TMG for a 440 that I gotta sell that. Got that pretty good deal. And I guess I'll go grab it. It's just sitting on the shelf right there. I got a 850 carb. So I'll put this back on the shelf and I'll grab that other one. Just put that there. I've not gone through and cleaned this up yet. This is an 850. An old, not old. It's a 4781, just like the older style. Same number and everything. But it's a newer version than the one I had because it actually says Holley on the bowls. You guys can't see that, but it says Holley on the bowls, and it has the hex style bowl screws as opposed to the flathead, which I actually prefer the flathead, but these are fine too. And then it's got the double pumper, as you can see. It's got the Barry Grant. I've seen some people call it the Barry Grant style, but I don't know if it's just a generic style of fuel log. And it has a pressure gauge. So, fuel pressure gauge. And this has the choke intact. You can tell 850 sitting on a shelf pretty easy because it's got a short choke. It's only about an inch tall. As opposed to, I'm looking on the shelf at my old school 750, that's almost twice the size. So that's pretty cool. This has got a 4-corner idle. I got that from a guy that had that on a, what did he say? He said it was on a 383 that he had. That was kind of a race motor, is what he called it. He said it was 12 or 13 to 1 compression. I guess it was kind of a big deal. So, kind of a cool thing to have. Unless something else comes up, I'm going to go through, put gaskets in that, and that's going to be the carb to go on the Super B. So, that'll be pretty cool. Should be a good carb overall. He said it was running good and it was a overall good carburetor, but it's been sitting on the shelf for a little while and everybody knows how that goes. After they sit for a little while, they kind of go bad. Fuel evaporates and they kind of get a little crusty. All right. Who do we got in here yet? Nobody's talking but me. All right. Let me check something else here quick. Somebody work with me a bit here. I've shown all the cool stuff I got. I'm out of content. But anyways, I don't know. We'll see how things go the next couple of weeks. We got a lot of stuff going on. A lot of car related things happening that you guys will see on the channel as it develops. But over the next 2 weeks, things are going to be kind of quiet, kind of dry as far as new content stuff. I just got nothing going on. So, but we have how do I say it without revealing a bunch of things? To the extent of the projects, we do not yet know like how long they're going to be around, but there are 7 new projects coming to the channel. 6 cars and 1 something else. You have to wait to see what the something else is. I'll give you a hint. So, it's about as obvious as you can get. Take that off. That just looks dumb. Put it on top of my Proform. Yeah, there you go. That doesn't look too bad. Kind of slow tonight. Might have to call it early. Yeah. Yeah, this live is going to go down pretty early. Everybody's just being a little quiet. That's all right. Sometimes there's quiet nights. Everybody's busy. But that happens. So, I'm going to go I'm going to cut it at an hour. We're at 52 and a half minutes. Unless something else comes up or happens. Maybe somebody joins or something. But yeah, we'll have to just keep doing lives every Thursday. Today's just not that day. So, I don't know. Anyways. I don't know. We'll just have to try again next week, and maybe people want to cooperate better then. So I don't know. It's fine, but it's hard to have a conversation or have a interaction when you're talking to yourself. So hey Chris, you saved it.
Yeah, see, you're not alone now.
I was about to hit the end button, and then I saw your little name pop up, and I was like, not yet.
Not yet. Wow.
Not yet.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that I showed up then.
Everybody's just being quiet tonight. That's fine, though. You been doing any more work on the Firebird?
Oh, my God, yes.
Tired of it yet?
What's that?
You tired of it yet?
Oh, my God, yes. I hate body work. I really do. I don't like body work at all. So I just have this drive of just get it done. Mm-hmm. So driver's side's done, quarters on. I just need to do the filler work on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I started on the passenger side, and oh God, that's a nightmare. I sent Mark pictures of his Firebird tonight.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, there you go.
part of it, pieces of it were on the floor. So
Yeah.
in a big pile.
You
So
probably had mixed feelings about that.
I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know. Things have just been a little slow, but that's all right. I've been
I've been trying to get stuff done.
yeah,
So
I've
actually, I
been
wanted to download a video tonight, and I fell asleep. So
yeah,
but
I've been doing a lot of carburetor stuff lately.
oh yeah, I'd
Mm,
rather be doing that than doing body work. That's
yeah,
for sure.
at that indie swap meet, I bought 3 carburetors.
Mm.
Well, 2 carburetors and a main body.
What'd you look for carbs? Did you get?
I got a 850 double bumper. I'm gonna put that on the Super B.
Nice.
Really pretty nice carb. Um, and then I got um, this up here is long story short, I bought the main body that's on that, and then I bought the rest of that carb, and I had a different main body, like the blocks and the bowls and the base plate.
Uh-huh.
And I had a 660 in the middle. So I took it apart. I sold the 660 main body, and I put all the other parts onto that main body. And
Okay.
that main body is a Barry Grant removable sleeve main
Oh,
body.
okay, cool.
So that's pretty cool. I never had one of those before.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
tough to find. You don't see them very often.
No, I found that main body. It was only $40.
Wow. Can you
Yeah.
still get the sleeves for them?
I don't think anybody makes them anymore, but you can get them secondhand.
Can you?
Somebody glued the sleeves into that one.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And then when I got back from Indy, this was in the mail. A Proform 750 main body.
Oh, okay.
Pretty nice main body. They're typically just the main body runs about 125, 150 brand new. And
Yeah.
I got this one secondhand for $75. So that ain't bad.
No, you can't beat that.
No. And then last night, I got this
Is
950.
that another road? What is that one?
It's a Proform 950.
Oh, 950.
But the problem is it's a E85.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
I traded an 850 double bumper I only had about $200 into the 850, and I got that, and that one's running about 650 brand new. So I got a pretty good deal on it. I'm not going to use it. I figure I might be able to get 350 or 4 out of it.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to go through it and put a $50-$60 rebuild kit and an hour's worth of work into it.
Yeah.
And then they're going to have basically a brand new carb again.
Yeah, they'll have an E85 carb.
I'm not running E85 in anything.
Yeah.
But then I got a buddy of mine in North Dakota that he's sending me hopefully this weekend or maybe early next week. I don't know. It just depends on the timing. He's sending me some Holley double pumpers. 600, 650, 700, 750s, and I think an 800.
Oh, cool.
So 5 or 6 of them. And he's real reasonable. So I'll have more stuff to tinker around with and rebuild.
I haven't bought any carburetors in a while because every time I see them, people just overprice them.
Yeah.
Terribly bad.
Well, the thing is, 750s and 850s are just so hard to get right now. Even the older ones, people are asking, you know, 250 for a core, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
for a
It's ridiculous.
for a rebuildable core, you know.
Yeah. And that's crazy.
Like that one
I
I
paid.
traded for this. The one I traded for this Proform was a 850, an older style one with the roller linkage and stuff.
Mhm.
It was a pretty nice carburetor. I went through and I cleaned it up and I threw base plate gaskets, the metering block gaskets, bowl gaskets, and brand new accelerator pumps in it. But I told the guy, I said, you know, I'm not guaranteeing that you're going to throw this on and it's just going to work perfectly. You know, you got to
Yeah.
adjust your jets, your power valve, your idle mixture, your everything. You know, and that's what a lot of people don't understand is people think that they can just buy a carb from somebody and put it on and there you go. No, you got to adjust it. And that's just how I'm gonna be with, you know, with everything. I'm not gonna sell something and guarantee, oh yeah, I'm gonna say that you're gonna put it on your 350 Chevy or your 440 Mopar or your 225 slant 6 with a 4-barrel adapter, and it's just gonna work. You know.
Yeah. I can't remember the last carburetor I bought. The one on the Chevelle I paid $25 for, and that's a 780.
Yeah, I
That
got
thing
one of
actually
those.
works good.
I got a 3310-2. I
Yeah.
gotta sell.
The Dash one's the ones to look for.
Yeah, I had
That's
for a while. I had a 3310 no dash, no nothing.
oh wow, that's a real early one.
Yeah, the original. Yeah,
Did it have a GM part number on it?
no, just said 3310 on it.
That's it. Huh. Sometimes they have a GM part number stamped underneath them too.
Right.
It'll say
Yeah, I've seen some of
3310.
those.
Yeah. And that's a replacement carb for big block Chevelle or something like that. It's
Yeah.
over the counter carb. But
Yeah,
then,
the factory carbs, they work pretty good and stuff, but it's just crazy. I mean, it's amazing how much you take a stock like a Mopar 383, you know, like out of a Roadrunner or something. You know, those only have a 600 Carter on them typically.
yeah.
You know, you throw a 750 Holly on there and it's gonna kind of wake it up a little bit. Just because, I mean, the 600 works, but by the time you're up in the RPMs, it probably wants a little more. It just depends.
Well, they just under carbureted them.
Yeah. There were even some 440s that had, I forget what year, but there were 440s that had 570 CFM carbs.
Jeez.
And it's
That's
like,
funny. And then in the 70s they went to the freaking thermoquad, which
yeah,
is, and that was what, like 750 or 800.
they had 850 thermal quads for a while.
Yeah, that was a over the counter carb.
Yeah. Yeah, they had all kinds of stuff, but I don't know. We'll see. It'd be interesting to see A to B test a factory carburetor versus just a well-tuned, you know, Holly or something put on there.
I don't know. That 850 might be a little much for the Super B. It's a lot of carburetor.
That's what it was dynoed with, was an 850.
Oh, was it?
And it was a little bit lean.
No. So it might work out okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's 500 horse. It'll eat it up pretty quick. And I
Is
can
anybody
always,
even in the chat?
yeah, there's actually, yeah, and just everybody's playing the quiet game today. Yeah, there's 8 people. 8 people forgot how to talk.
I thought Mark would be on here.
He was earlier.
Oh, was he?
Not on screen or anything. He was in the chat. Yeah, he was in the chat. Jed was in on screen for a little while earlier.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. His garage is looking a little empty.
Oh, they're moving.
Yeah. He moved all of his carburetors.
I bet that was an undertaking because that was like a wall of them.
Yeah, he said there's like 30 something of them. That's what I thought he said. I don't remember exactly.
Jeez. Well, he's gonna have a lot more room at where he's going. So.
Oh yeah, that'll be cool. It'll be really cool. But yeah, there's always room for improvement and more space. Thing is just trying to keep it organized.
Backwoods Performance. Aren't those the guys with the purple Hornet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Yep, they got that purple 66. Dean,
Aren't you
what are
supposed
you
to?
saying?
Aren't you supposed to race that at the No Names?
Yeah, I think so. Yep, it'll be there. Just got to get a few more subs. And you got to get some more too.
Yeah, I know. I have an opinion on that, but I'll keep it to myself right now.
You're all right. Yeah, you got 150 to go.
I don't know how many I have. I'm at 336 or something right now.
Yeah, so you got like 160 something to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling I'm probably not going to make it. So.
Yeah, you will. Well, you should show up anyways, even if you don't.
Oh yeah, I already paid the money, so I'll be there. I just won't be part of. I just won't be part of. I'll be part of the scene, but not really. So.
You'll be more part of it than last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have something to drive.
Yeah. That's funny because 2 weeks after I get back from the No Names, I turn around and pack up and go down to Mississippi for cruising the coast. So then that's another 2,000 mile trek to and from there. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's a lot of driving. It's about 10 hours for me and Mark.
Yeah, it's 14 for me. And I'm not sure if anybody's going with me, so I might be doing it solo. I mean, to the No Names.
Mm-hmm. You don't know if Marty's gonna go?
I don't know what he's doing. I said something to him, and he says he's 50-50 on it, so I'm not sure. So.
Interesting.
So. He's got to get one of those two cars together, either that Camaro he bought or the Cutlass.
Yeah.
So he's got everything to get the oils back together. He got his heads back from the machine shop because when he had them off, he was cleaning them up and they were running. He was spraying spray clean on them, cleaning them up, and he was cleaning in the ports and fluids started running out of the valves. So
yeah, that's not good.
And then he was like, well, he asked me about it, and I'm like, ooh. I said, no, go to the machine shop. Because one buddy said, no, that's okay. I said, no, no. I said, fluid's going through, and I said, air is thinner than fluid. So I said that shouldn't leak anything. So he took them in and had a valve job done on them and everything else. So
they're supposed to seal.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have anything come through.
No.
Because then I said to his buddy, I said, well, how do you CC the damn heads if they're constantly leaking?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Good point.
So he's got to get that put together. I got the transmission linkage all set up on it, but he can't run a speedometer cable because of the way the one rods run on it.
Oh.
So, I mean, it'll work the way it is, but I don't know. He's got to take it down, and he found somebody who might have one, so he's got to take it down to the guys so they can match up some rods. So, and then the Camaro, I don't know. They got to set the engine in and figure all that out. So
yeah, that sounds like a pretty big project.
Yeah, there's a lot there to do, especially with the putting an Olds engine into an F body.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the clearances are like on those.
Yeah, I don't know either. I told him, I said, you got to get it set in there and then figure that all out. I said, but you can't do anything until you get it set in there.
There. One velocity stack on a tunnel ram looks dumb.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's hard to find those velocity stacks anymore.
I was looking when I was at Indy. I didn't find a single one.
Really?
Well, I did find one. I found a pair of them, but they were off of like some NASCAR super stock or something, or some sort of super stock. And they were like $900, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know anything about those.
Wow.
Hey, Mark's
there's
in here.
Mark. Yeah, he's back. Yeah, it's hard to price. It's like everybody. I had a velocity stack on my Chevelle back in the day.
Yeah.
Now nobody. Now you don't even see the damn thing. Christ, everybody had a velocity stack on some damn thing or another. But
oh, I bet.
Now nobody has anything. So it's funny how all those old speed parts just kind of disappear.
Yeah, it's kind of something else. But yeah, it'll be good once I get Super B going. I got a bunch of other projects and stuff coming in soon, so.
Well, you're getting a bunch of snow again, aren't you?
Yeah, it's snowing right now.
It's snowing right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to suck. So that is.
Yeah, we just last week we got a week before. I don't know, sometime in the last like 10 days or something, we got like 6 inches of snow. And then we melted almost all of it, and now we're getting another like 4 inches. It's like, dang it, we're just recovering from it, and now it's.
getting hammered with it again.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's other places that are going to get it pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, probably.
Dr. Art's in here.
Yeah. Dean says they're on a guy's wall somewhere. I think he's referring to the velocity stacks and speed parts.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure there's
Great.
some guy somewhere out there that has 100 velocity stacks. That's like a velocity stack collector guy or something. I'm
Well,
sure
yeah,
that.
they used to come gold anodized and
Oh yeah.
chrome and all kinds of stuff.
I think mine
Used
used
to.
to be chrome.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. Or polished. It's not very pretty anymore.
Then you got those foam filters that went on the top of what inside of them. You
Mhm.
used to be able to buy the foam filters. I'm sure you
Yeah.
probably can't buy them anymore. They were like a
Probably.
fire starter.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous.
Yeah, they right up there with those triangle filters that Edelbrock used to make. You know, those triangular ones that have all the
Oh
holes
yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
they're a
had
fire.
like a steel mesh
Yeah,
over them. Yeah.
yeah, they're a fire starter too.
They're cool looking fire starter.
Well, they made another one called the Fly Eye. That's what like all the motion cars had on them.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
I remember when you could go and buy the Fly Eyes and put them on. I never bought one. I probably should have because now it's worth like several $100s just to find one because everybody wants them for their motion cars or their motion clones or whatever. But a buddy had one on a Camaro and it spit back through the carburetor one night. And a fireball come out of the cow hood and up the windshield
Oh
because
geez.
the foam caught on fire. It was pretty interesting.
Gotta read Mark's comment here. His buddy
What's
Cohen
that?
bought a bar. He bought a bar and is buying racing stuff to put in it, and he's hanging a front engine dragster from the ceiling.
Who Mark is?
No, a buddy of his bought a bar and is putting a bunch of
Oh,
speed stuff in it.
oh, really?
Yeah. And
Oh,
he's
that's
hanging
pretty
a
cool.
front engine dragster from the ceiling.
Oh, wow.
That's gonna be a cool bar.
We had a place here. You ever hear of Quaker Steak and Lube?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we had those out here. They always had cars hanging from the ceiling and half a Corvette up on the wall and stuff like that.
Hmm.
It was pretty cool. Front engine dragster thing would be neat.
Yeah.
I saw one of those for sale on Marketplace the other day.
Hmm.
It was a 1960s chassis. It was a old rear engine dragster or front engine dragster. You put your jewels right on the rear end. I thought, boy,
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
I don't know too much about those.
Old slingshot. I'd love to ride. I'd love to drive one of them just once, just to see what it feels like.
Yeah.
I don't like the thought of my nuts being against the rear end, but
Yeah, not really. Just don't blow up the rear end.
well, the NHRA makes you put like a real thin 1/4-inch steel strap, like right where the ring gear's at. Because I was talking to a guy that had one, and I was looking at it, and I saw the welded on piece of strap steel there, and I said, "Is that all they allow you?" He goes, "Yep." He goes, "That's all the NHRA says you need." I said, "Wow. So what's that supposed to protect?" I guess that's to keep the ring gear from coming through the housing. I said, "Well, what about the rest of it?" you know.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure it probably hasn't happened as many times as people think.
no, well, they use such grace. They used to use Pontiac and Oldsmobile rears back in the day, those big ones, and they're pretty much indestructible.
Yeah. I know they use, I don't know about in that application, but they use Dana's for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Most of those old ones though are mostly the old Pontiac, or the old Pontiac and Olds rears, and they're actually they're almost as big as a Dana
Hmm.
60. I think they're 9.3, and I think a Dana is what, 9.5?
9 3/4.
Is it 9 3/4? No space in his rear engine dragster mark.
Yeah.
Rear engine dragster would be cool, but I don't know. There's just something about a front engine dragster to me that's just neat.
I don't know. There's something about an engine being right behind you that's a little bit unsettling to me.
Yeah. Well, it's safer. I mean, if it blows a oil
Yeah.
line or something, you're not getting coated with it like you are in a front engine car. But
Rear engine vehicles in general are just such a foreign concept to me. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
well, it's pretty wild how they engineer those chassis because they're meant to bow in the center, and that's the design of them. I mean,
Yeah.
even even top fuel dragsters are like that. They'll actually bow up. And that's all planned into them.
Oh, there's probably a lot of engineering that goes into it.
Oh yeah, not like the old rear or front engine dragsters where
Yeah.
you welded a bunch of tubing together and jammed an engine in it. Well, I guess there was some engineering into them probably later on, but
I was watching Herb McCandless related thing earlier today. And
uh-huh.
he had a 72 Demon. Um, Also, speaking of Herb McCandless, he was at Indy.
Oh,
I
was
actually
he?
saw him. He actually walked by, and I don't know why, but I was too nervous to say hi. I got a little I like halfway walked up to him, and then I'm like, no, can't do it. Can't do it. I don't know why, but just kind of stage fright. But it was cool.
Well,
I was
he drove one
thing
of the
earlier.
Sox and Martin cars, didn't he?
Yeah, 72. Well, several Sox and Martin cars, I think. But one of the ones that I was watching a thing on earlier was a 72 Dodge Demon.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like a Duster, basically. Um, and was talking about all kinds of stuff with that and what they did to modify it. And they're talking about how during the 1972 season, they were going to be measuring the car at a few different points to make sure that they didn't like alter the wheelbase and stuff. And
Oh,
they were
really?
going to measure from center line of the axle to the center line of the axle to make sure that that was correct, to make sure the wheelbase was right. And they were going to measure from the rear axle to the rear bumper, and then from the front axle to the front bumper to make sure the car was within spec. What he did was kind of ridiculous. He took 2 inches out of the quarter panel of the car behind the wheel
Mm-hmm.
and pulled the rear end forward 2 inches, and then he extended the front fender 2 inches, and he pulled the front axle forward 2 inches. So it met all the specs. And when they went to measure it and they went to check it, they said it measured perfectly, no problems.
Wow, that's interesting.
That's pretty crazy, I thought. It was cool. But they also said because it was in an A body, and I don't know if you've done anything with A bodies or not, but how small the kind of inner fender area is. What they
Mm-hmm.
did is they actually took the frame rails and spread them apart an inch overall or an inch on each side. I don't remember. And then they put a B body or E body style K member in there because that was the dimension that it fit. And then they had 2 extra inches of room to work under the hood and made everything a lot easier to work on and quicker.
That's interesting.
And then another thing that I saw that he did, the brake booster would be completely in the way, like the master cylinder The master cylinder would be completely in the way of pulling a valve cover off of a Hemi, you know. So he flipped it. The master cylinder was in the cab. So the master cylinder wasn't in the engine.
Inside, so that was inside the car, so they didn't have to deal with it out there.
And they made a little custom bracket with the pedal. So then they could pull a valve cover off without ever having to pull anything else off the engine bay.
Wow.
I thought that was pretty cool. And then the craziest thing they did is when they first got the body of the car, they drilled the entire floor and trunk pan out of the car and raised it up in the car 2 inches. So the entire car sat lower. So that was kind of cool. But the floor pan position was still correct-ish. So I don't know. It was a lot of cool little tricks and stuff that was interesting that he did.
Yeah, well, Pro Stock really changed. 72 was a big change year for Pro Stock cars.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because, and, you know, there was a lot of BS because of they changed the power to weight ratio rules. And, you know, then Jenkins comes with his tube chassis Vega and just kind of sets everybody on their ear, you know.
Yeah.
So,
well, and it was kind of interesting and they actually showed footage of it. You know, a lot of cars, I mean, street cars, even a lot of race cars and stuff, when you see them launch and they pick up the front wheels, you know, the left front is several inches higher than the right front just to the twist of the car. Bless you. He went through that entire car and tied like all the roll bars, all the subframe connectors, everything was welded in the car solid. It picked up the front tires completely equally. It didn't have any twist in it at all.
Wow.
It was kind of ridiculous how much work he put into that thing.
Well, that's what they had to do to stay competitive, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because it's just tough to try and stay competitive.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then you have all kinds of different things coming out. Like, you know, Roush Rupp they ran a Maverick, a 4-door Maverick, because it fell into a rule somewhere along the line with the, you know, the weight to power ratio rule. And somehow they got away with running a 4-door Maverick. So, you know, it was just a crazy time. That transition time before they all turned into tube chassis cars, you know. So
there's all kinds of cool stuff like that.
Yeah. Pro Stock was in its purest form, like, I don't know, probably from like the mid 60s up to like 71. And after that, things kind of went crazy with the class, you know. I mean, even then they were doing a lot of modifications to the cars, you know. They were running like tub stuff for tube chassis, but, you know, they still look like cars on the street, but there was a lot of work done to them.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, you know, acid dip, bodies in white, you know. So
I don't know why I was just thinking about this, but just before I came on this live, I watched an old movie I'd never seen before, from 1979. Have you ever seen the movie Hot Rod?
Oh yeah, many times.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
It is a good flick.
Oh yeah.
They pulled the Hemi out of the cop car, the AMC cop car.
Yeah, I
watched that movie on TV when I was like 10 years old, and I even knew that was bullshit. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You know, put Hemis in AMCs.
Yeah, right. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's a pretty good flick. I like that one.
Oh yeah. I hadn't seen it before, and I was just scrolling through stuff, and my dad said, "Hey, have you ever seen this?" I was like, "No, I don't think so." And we watched it, and it was a good movie.
Look up the High Riders. You'd probably like that one. I mean, it's the movie's corny, like all that kind of crap, but just for the period kind of correct crap, it's pretty
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like watching
Awesome.
kind of old car movies and just kind of looking around in the background, seeing all the cars and stuff, and I was like, geez, what a different time.
Yeah. Yeah. Different thought and idea on things. High Riders is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
And it's actually on YouTube. It used to be just like scenes of it, but I actually found the whole movie on there.
Yeah, I'll
But
take a look at that later. There's all kinds of older stuff like that that I haven't seen at all, but pretty
yeah,
good.
Redline 7000 is a pretty good flick.
Hmm.
That's more NASCAR based, but it's a pretty cool movie. Then you got all those goofy 50s hot rod movies.
Yeah.
Where everybody's like a hot rod beatnik or some crap.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. But there's a long list of things I gotta do around here once it warms up.
Oh, I'm sure it puts you behind with all the snow.
Oh yeah. Actually, tomorrow. Is tomorrow Friday? Yeah. Tomorrow. I don't even know what day it is, Chris.
Yeah.
That's how far behind I am. But tomorrow, me and my dad are gonna go look at potentially renting a shop space for a period of time. So where we could
Oh,
actually
really?
move move cars indoors and actually be able to potentially work on them and stuff like that. So we'll see if that happens or not. I don't know if it will or not, but I didn't know the size of the shop and my dad didn't know the size of the shop either. And then the guy texted back, the building is 48 by 72.
Wow.
It's like, holy crap, that's big.
Yeah, you should be able to get some cars in there.
3,400 3,456 square feet. Jeez.
Well, you got those couple cars that you just bought. How many did you pick up there?
6.
6 of them?
Yeah, they're not back yet. Our trip to Arizona got canceled. It'll be in like 2 weeks. We'll be going back for it.
So now you got to have some place to put them, I guess, huh?
Got to get them somewhere, and got to get, because we're going to probably be doing some stuff to the garage here at home.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice to get the cars that are inside out of the way for that. You know, there's 2 cars there and a bunch of other cars outside, you know, that I could bring over there that, you know, the other thing is if I'm trying to sell something or advertise something, it's kind of hard to do that when it's buried under 2 feet of snow.
Well, yeah, and you go out there and you take pictures of it, and it's just a big blob of white. It doesn't really.
Yeah. You see a silhouette of a car.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is a Super Bee, but
Right.
use your imagination. Nice. Yeah, well, that'll make it a lot easier because then you can put all that stuff in the shop and have it all there. And,
oh, yeah.
you know, if you want to put them together, you can do that.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. If maybe we get it, maybe we don't. I don't know. We haven't talked about how potentially expensive it could be.
Yeah. Well, that's what Heavens Mopars just said. He goes, so that's a huge shop. How would you heat it in the winter? Probably not.
It's insulated.
Oh,
it's got heat. Yeah. But I don't know. It might work out decent because what's kind of weird about it, it's a lot. It's like 2.5 acres. If I remember right. And it has 1 or 2, I don't remember, 1 or 2 like apartments on it. Also like single apartments.
Oh,
and a friend of my dad's is kind of between places and is looking for a spot so we could rent him an apartment to probably cover, half the monthly expense.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. But we'll see. I don't know what's happening or not.
Well, then you could have your own bachelor pad then.
No,
If there's 2 apartments.
no, I'm fine.
No. You don't want
Rent
your own
out.
bachelor pad?
No, rent it out to. Excuse me. Rent it out to 2 different people and have a free shop.
Have a free shop. You could do that too.
Well, and we also need to talk to him. He's like related to like our township people, whatever. I don't know, rules and regulations and crap. He said he was going to look into if that area, if there's really work that could be done there or not. I don't know what the ordinance is or whatever, So that needs to be looked into. And it's only, I think, 5 miles away from the house here. Not even.
Oh,
So kind of
well, that's
convenient. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So we'll see.
Oh my God.
If we do something on that, we'll be making a video about it.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Get all those cars inside somewhere,
Yeah.
you know.
Get that 71 inside. I spent 2 days trying to buff it and bring the paint back.
Oh yeah. And everything will be out of the snow.
Yeah. Have more room in the yard to move some stuff around that needs to be moved.
Yeah. When are you putting Mark's 440 in his truck?
Huh?
When are you putting Mark's 440 in his truck?
After we get done with it, done building
Oh,
it.
you still gotta.
And yeah, still gotta do still gotta scrape some surfaces, do intake gaskets, valley pan, put the intake on, gotta do uh pan gasket yet, oil pan gasket,
Okay.
and change the pan and pickup, and then the timing cover gasket, a new timing cover. Or yeah, I think he's putting the old one on, but I don't know. We'll have to get to that pretty soon ish. Eventually, I don't know what his schedule or my schedule or whatever. Because once that's done, I think he wants to dyno it, which we'll take it to the dyno, see how that does. And then I'm not sure what the plan is after that.
Hmm.
But I know it's not going back on my engine stand because I need the engine stand.
Oh,
I need the engine stand. I'm gonna be putting a bigger but smaller engine on it.
no.
Try to explain that. A bigger overall size, but a smaller cubic inch.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
Also known as a 426.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's your hint. Doesn't get a whole lot more obvious than that.
Are people chatting yet?
A little bit. A little bit.
Well, I'm gonna hop off, Ryan.
Yeah, I was about to call it myself. So
I'm pretty.
it was fun chatting.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll definitely
Till next week.
Yeah, till next week. But you have a good night and we'll see you later.
All right. See you later, Ryan. See you later, everybody.
All right, bye-bye. All right, that's gonna be it, everybody. Thanks everybody for watching, and hopefully schedule pending, we'll be back next week. So everybody have a good night and goodbye.